Hey there, so this is a very different video for me. I usually do movie videos and like video games, stuff like that. I don't come out and talk a lot about like YouTube drama or the YouTube community, all that type of stuff. But I'm here with a special guest star, actually, which is my better half, Hint.
A
And
pissed off guest star.
yeah, so what I want to say. This is a very different episode than what I normally do, so it's going to be in a different format. You're not going to see the fancy opening that I totally struggle with, even though it's just a little thing. Uh, Recently, I've been going through a lot of stuff. So if you haven't seen me on here a lot, I've gone through a lot personally in my own life. My
The real life.
yeah,
Yes.
in reality, I my son has moved on to Ontario to go to film school and to work and just like lead his life. And I'm really glad. I really miss him, but I'm really excited about the stuff he's doing. But it's takes this thing that as a dad, it's a thing that you get used to. Um, I have a family member right now that's in the hospital, and I'm very concerned because they still haven't moved him for the surgery, and it's getting very. The hospital's dragging their feet, and yeah. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff going on right now that are behind the scenes. When I try to come on here and promote positivity in movies, and it's what I do. I came into YouTube originally just to make a couple videos. I never even thought about going to YouTube. I used to look for movie reviews and DVD reviews. So, but when I wanted to see what something actually looked like, one day I came into YouTube and I saw a couple videos on here, and I started to create like what I thought were friendships. Uh, Everybody talks about the whole YouTube community and the whole YouTube experience, and nobody talks about what it's really like. People talk about the drama and all that stuff, but they get to like the big stuff. Nobody talks into the smaller areas of uh, of what happens and how people get treated.
Well, they people. Okay, could I go ahead and say things?
Yeah.
Um, I have been a spectator of YouTube. I am not involved. I don't like to be on screen. I like you because I see the passion that you have for what you love, your movies, and I support you in doing that. But I'm having some real problems lately, uh, and I apologize to you, Aaron, for having to say certain things that I'm going to say today. Uh, but I am really getting sick and tired of the crap that's been going on. And even when I see people, it took all the enjoyment that I had watching you make videos and also being with you watching your so-called friends making videos and others that we like watching reviews and so on and updates on what they buy and it's exciting and so on. My problem is that since you've started doing this thing and I've seen you develop, getting into it, doing your thing, and then getting to talk to people and developing friendships with the certain people, and then uh, it always ends up the same fucking way. You start talking, you get very close to them as much as you can get close to someone who's not there, virtually hundreds or thousands of miles away from you. But you talk, you share stuff, you do, podcasts, whatever the heck you call them, together. You exchange, DVDs or gifts and Christmas stuff, and you're always excited about going and shopping for people that are your friends, and I'm absolutely okay with that. And then you end up again, this is the third time that I've seen it, where you have a conversation, something happens, you have your opinion, and they have their opinion on certain things, and then, poof, you are the asshole of YouTube. And because this is the internet, because these people are not there, they choose the cowardly way of just blocking you or turning other people against you. And again, it gets into that fifth grade mentality where people start having conversations, and you have participated in some of that. You have to
Oh
say,
no, yeah, I've been like times when things have said that somebody said something about you, and I'll get very upset, and I'll say stuff, and I'll as I'm saying stuff, I'll regret some stuff I say, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been the person that has said, oh, this person said this about me. Well, screw that person, and which is totally human at the time. But everybody says something in the heat of the moment.
but and that's the thing, is that if these people were in front of you,
I say
you
the same
actually
thing.
would sit down with them, or have a fist fight. I don't care. We would have some kind of a dialogue where you would either not get along and not agree at the end and part your ways, but at least it is done. You would have had some sort of a communication about that, or
Yeah,
we would mend things out.
it's called being an adult.
Instead, what you see is, like, I really call it the coward's way, where people hide behind a screen and a mouse and press a block button, and they think that that's the end of it. Well, what is wrong? What is happening to the world if this is how you manage relationships? That makes me very, very sad that this is where it gets to. A click of a mouse. This is absurd. It flabbergasts me, and it brings me to, we had this conversation a few minutes ago because you made a video before that.
Yeah, I didn't feel good about it. It was too personal. It was just too wrong. And I started like naming stuff, saying stuff that really didn't.
You vented,
Yeah.
and the question I had for you is that, when you agreed with me, what would you achieve by posting something like that? Outside of the venting, where you get things out of your chest, it always feels good to get it out. Again, because people need to have a dialogue and communicate, whether you are upset or happy. That's what we do as real human beings. We talk about shit. So you did not want to post that. And as we were having a conversation after that, I said that the real problem, when we just watched somebody else's video, some guy who's been having issues with other people, some of them who are who are some of the people that you had a fallout with.
That's what started like the whole thing in the first place.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Well, let's not go.
Anyways, some other guy, and
it was a good video.
Anyways, but we've seen those. We've seen many of those.
Yeah.
And the question is, it's always, oh, what happened to, the BlueTube community or the YouTube community, where we just reviewed movie. Well, I got news for you. As a fucking spectator and someone who just watches and is not involved directly, there is no fucking YouTube community or BlueTube community. It is all utter bullcrap. I'm sorry to say that, but I am upset. It is a bunch of hypocrites who hide behind a screen and a mouse, and never, even when they are ranting about shit, they actually never talk about the real issue. This is what happens, and I'm calling anybody who does this thing. You probably always at least have one or two different experiences where you were friends. I'm doing the quotation mark, and suddenly something happened, and you're blocked, and there's absolutely no explanation. If that's the way it is, if this is what your BlueTube community or YouTube community or whatever community you want to call yourselves part of, if that's what it is, then don't add people on Facebook. Don't call people. Don't pretend that you are real friends, because that's not what friends do. That's not what friends do. I had fallouts with people that I know, but guess what? I confronted those people, and they confronted me when I was wrong. And whether we stayed friends or we completely fell out, that happened because we actually interacted. When someone contacts you to talk about an issue, you talk about it, whether it's comfortable or not, because that's what real people do. And it just blows my mind that, again, being someone who's not involved with this, and I see Aaron do videos every day. I see Aaron come from work, and the first thing he says before even saying hello is to go on his computer and check who sent him a message, and he needs to reply to them when he can. uh, the love of his movies, and what I see too is that this is affecting him with the people he still is very friends with. Is this going to change you and how you feel about people that you are friends with? Having, you know, me,
Already no.
it would, honestly.
It has. I mean, like, to be totally honest, it has changed things. I mean, the way that I see, I'm more guarded with certain things because it's happened more than once, and it was hurtful. I mean, like, and each time,
Over crap.
yeah, but most of the time, it was me finding out much later that stuff was being said or whatever, and all of a sudden it's just a block, and then somebody else tells me that this is being said and this is being said, and I don't know. Yes, it bothers me. I'm not gonna lie. It's it hurts to hear like stuff like that. Nobody wants to hear this person. I'm not the type of person that's good with like, oh, this person doesn't like you type of thing. I'm really not. Actually, I'm not really. I'm a person that likes to be liked, I guess. Because I don't feel that I do anything like outwardly be aggressively mean to people.
No, you're not. I am the one who's aggressive, and I'm pissed right now.
But it's what I do. This is what I like to do, guys. This is my way to relax. I live in an area where I moved out here about like 6 years ago, and I started a whole new chapter in my life, and I went through a lot of different stuff. And I'm in an area where, I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot of people that are around that I'm really like friends close with. I've had friends that I've met through my better half, people that I've met through work and stuff. But a lot of them have like moved away or moved on, and so being able to come on here and like meet people and talk to people, and there is a community there. I mean, like there are people like that I still like talk to, and I still like, and that's still that ever like non-dying like optimist in me. Whenever I talk to like, and I'm not gonna mention any of the people that I don't, but I'll mention some of the people that I do. Some people that actually have been helpful. Just talking to, I don't talk all the time or anything like that, but every once in a while when I speak with Logan, Toxic, for instance, he does amazing videos.
I actually admire the guy because he stays out of all that shit. See, that here's a guy who actually got it, who has his life, carries on with his life, comes in, does his videos, and fucks off.
Yeah, and does good videos too.
Yes, well, we watch him, but again, that's the whole thing. It's TV. It is our TV.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. And then when you decide to be friends with people, it should actually mean something. And when you have issues, it should also mean something.
I've had issues with people before. I mean, that we've worked out, and I had like arguments with good friends, people I consider really good friends, and Nathan, actually,
Yeah.
is a good, and I still consider Nathan a very good friend, and we had like issues, like, and I was sick as dog at the time, and I'll be honest, at that time when we were arguing, I probably crossed some lines, like being an ass type of thing. And no excuse at the time. And it was been a month or two before we were like cool again, and we were able to like just talk. But I was just like,
you actually sent. I remember that,
yeah,
because you sent a message and saying, okay, we got to work this out,
yeah,
and
well,
you
I felt bad.
apologized.
Yeah, because I felt okay. You know what? I was in the wrong at that point, and I was really in the wrong, and it was like I was being stupid. So when I'm stupid, guys, I come out and I'll kind of say that. It's not a, you know, it's it's embarrassing so sometimes to do that, but you know what it is. It's just you own up to it. You man up, or woman up, or whatever up. But that's what you do. Uh, these are some awesome people that do some awesome things, and then there's some not so awesome people that make it bad for other people. Uh, it recently happened to me again, and now there are certain people that I don't know, like whether even to speak to them, because none of them have reached out to me, uh, and it made it hard. And she's seen what it's done to me and how it's affected me, like emotionally, physically. Physically, I hope not how it's affected me physically, but it hurt when people just like do that. When just out and out, just there's no goodbye, there's no message, there's no adult like, okay, this isn't gonna work. I don't whatever. That's not
Because
it's
they're
not you.
fifth graders.
Yeah, you can't you cannot deal on an adult level with stuff like that. And it's sad. I mean, because I never want to have that in my real life. I've pretty much stayed friends with most everybody that like, I'm I'm friends with my exes. I've never had any issues with stuff like that. Uh, I had one person like in my life that really did not want to be my friend, like after an argument type of thing. I was like devastated. But it was right. That was a toxic friendship. It wasn't going anywhere good. And when it's something like that, you you back off. But you know that person did. You let me know. Uh, and I respected him. We don't like each other anymore, but we do have that. We have that sort of like, okay, it's ended. And if I see him on the street or not, that's pretty much it. And
Oh wow, adult behavior.
that's what it is. Anyway, wow, this is a very different video for me.
Anybody says something bad about me in the comments?
There's no comment section going on this.
Or you know what? Go fuck yourself.
There's no comment section. There's no there's no like or dislike. It's going to be put on this video. It's going to be just something that's done to start. I want to get something positive out of this. So aside from the rant part of the video, you're a part of the. If you're watching this and you're making videos, or if you're watching this and you're thinking about making videos, understand there's going to be people out there that don't like you, like whether they just watch your videos, they don't like you, something about them that they don't like your shirt, don't like the way you act, or there's going to be people out there that say that they're your friends and they're not, or that do become your friends and then they're not. And because this is the internet, because this isn't reality where you're talking in a room, uh, these people will run off and scamper off and hit a button, and you'll never hear from them again, or you'll hear from them about stuff that they say about you through second or third parties.
Because the internet is the fifth grade all over again.
So just, when you're going into this stuff, know that. Like, be okay with the fact that, one, you're putting yourself out in a public forum. Understand some people are not going to like you. That's okay. Not everybody likes everybody. But when you make friendships on here, when you like go on to what the YouTube community, and I will say there are some great people that stay very close friends on here. And I have some people on here that I'm friends with, that I think do some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I literally have nothing else to say about it. Thank you for watching. Be good to each other.
God, whatever happened to that?
Just be nice. Treat each other with some dignity and respect, because you don't know. And when you're watching this stuff, you see just a little portion of who we are and what's going on in our lives. I think Brandon Skinslip said this in the video once before, that you're not seeing, you're not seeing reality. You're not seeing, like, you're seeing the portion of reality that we come on here to show you. And to be totally honest, as much as, I'm a guy in my living room with a bunch of movies, or somebody's a guy or a girl in their room with a bunch of movies or books or Funkos, whatever, it's still a bit of a show. There's still a bit of, even if it's real life, even if it's totally gonzo, there's still a bit of showmanship that is there, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on in the background. You don't know what's going on in their lives. And that's okay, but for me right now, people that I thought were my friends just started kicking me when I was down, and kept kicking and kept kicking. That's not cool. Thanks for watching, guys. It's my better half who just got her rant out for a change. And for me right now, it's time for tea. And you know what? That's tea that I can drink and look in the mirror, because I feel good. Thank you.